Hi guys! Welcome to my channel and my first official YouTube video. So my name is Seska and this is Seska Digital Budgeting. So I am a digital budgeter, which to me means that I keep everything in my bank accounts. However, I am tracking with a budget tracker. But because I am a tactile person and I do better and I stick better with things when I can see them and it's tangible, I am also using prop money in place of what most people would think of when they think of cash stuffing, and cash stuffing their money into their various sinking funds. So I have my sinking funds and I have my layout, but instead of using real money, I am just using the prop money to represent what is in the bank, because I have an account with a bank that does not have a lot of brick and mortar stores where I can easily run and go and grab and pull money out and then be able to deposit it. Literally, if I was to do that, I would be constantly driving way out of the county to actually find one, and it's too much of a hassle, and I can't do that. I don't have the time for that. We all live very busy lives now, and things take priority. So I wanted to get into the budgeting world. I wanted to actually be able to budget my funds and be able to save for certain things in my life that I know I'm going to need money for, but I needed a better way to do it than constantly be stressing about how I have to run to the bank. So I decided to do a little bit of a mix between the digital budgeting world with, having a digital tracker and stuff like that, and actually having the tangible feel of having the envelopes and the different categories and being able to see that money grow and it not just be a abstract number on my computer. So I only started doing the digital budgeting, or the budgeting in general, at the beginning of January with my first paycheck. This is going to be my second paycheck. I didn't film my first one. My first one was very pathetic. I basically work in a field where in like January and February there are less hours to go around. So I have a smaller paycheck at the beginning of the year, but then as the year goes on, my paychecks normally get bigger because there is more availability to work. So we're just going to jump in with my second paycheck and start from there. And then as we go, I'll explain my method of doing things. And I know everything's going to work differently for different people. So literally find what works best for you and stick with it. And, don't compare yourself to others, because everyone walks a different life. Everyone has a different path to walk. Everybody has different goals. So find what works for you and do it, because it's about you, boo. All right, so basically, I've got my digital planner here. Hopefully you guys can see it without too much of a glare. So my paycheck income was $13.50. I did round this down like $4. I don't do zero-based budgeting. I do something very close to it. So for me, $13.50 is my paycheck. And then for my last paycheck, instead of doing the cash envelopes, which I'll explain a little bit later, this is the rollover money from what I allocated from what you would traditionally think of cash envelopes. So the $3.85, I don't do the 1s and 5s savings challenges or anything like that. So this is just whatever is left over from my last paycheck plus my current paycheck, and that's going to give me $17.35. And then I've got my little bills section. So since it is the end of the month, I haven't gotten to the point where I can do like 50-50 between the two paychecks to kind of evenly spread out my bills yet. I haven't gotten there yet. I do intend to do it, but we're not there yet. So I have rent coming up, which my portion of the rent is $700, and then utilities and internet both for rent is, they're included in rent, is $65 and $36. I don't have to worry about car insurance, my power bill, vet bills, phone bill, and then I do at the beginning of February have a subscription for HBO going to be coming out. So between those four, that is what I'm allocating for bills. my bills are very predictable, so I am able to easily decipher and decide how much money I need to set aside for these things. So after all these bills come out from the $1,735, I have $916 to play with between my spending allowances and then my sinking funds. So down here at the bottom are my spending allowances. This is where you would traditionally see your cash envelopes. So most people would be able to, like in the traditional sinking funds and budgeting world where they actually use cash and everything is in cash, these would be their cash envelopes in like their wallet or, you know, pocketbook or whatever. But for me, I have a weekly spending tracker, or it's really bi-weekly since I am paid bi-weekly, that I just track what I'm spending in what category, and at the end of the 2 weeks I can look to see if I'm over, if I'm under, and then whatever I'm over or whatever I'm under spending is where it comes back to this rollover money here. So instead of actually having the cash envelopes, I spend everything on my card, or it might be my credit card, but if it is my credit card, then, you know, that money that is in here just goes to pay the credit card off. So I've got gas for $35. I drive a lot, but I only drive like 3 or 4 miles one way. So I don't have a large distance to go. So I don't really go through gas. I normally go through maybe a tank in 10 to 14 days. It depends on how much I am going to and from work or school, because I am a full-time student as well. So I don't really do that much. And then groceries and food category gets $105 because if I'm at work, I do eat. There's a cafeteria. It's very cheap, so I can put aside money for that. I spend probably like $30 or $40 there a month for food when I'm at work. And then like the other, if I get groceries or, you know, coffee creamer or sugar, or if I do happen to get like some sandwich stuff or whatever, I don't really eat a lot at home because I am not at home. So this is just kind of every 2 weeks I spend about $100, give or take, on, you know, food, whether that is at work or it is, you know, on the go, or grabbing snacks or snacks to stuff my, you know, my school bag or whatever. And then the next one, some people view it as a luxury, and it is, but it keeps me sane. I work 50 plus hours a week normally, this month aside, and then I am in school full time. I am in nursing school, so I am in school all of the time. And if I did not have coffee, and this does fall into just coffee in general, it's not necessarily Starbucks. If I didn't have coffee, I would be a very unhappy person to deal with. So I have something that I know is keeping me sane, and it's going to make me a lot more of an enjoyable person. So I am okay with allocating money to it every paycheck, because it's what makes you happy. And if it's a little treat, cool, whatever. If it's just in every now and again for you, cool. For me, I know I'm going to need a little bit of extra go-go, because between my school schedule and my work schedule, it's a little chaotic, and I don't sleep a lot. So sometimes I want coffee. Speaking of coffee, it's, you know, 5 in the morning here and I'm drinking coffee. It's fine. Don't worry about it. And then my general spending for my spending allowances, that's kind of the catch-all for everything else. If I have to go to the store to pick up something random for the house, or like printer ink, or who knows what, laundry detergent, I do have a sinking funds that I kind of have earmarked for household items. But because I'm just starting the sinking fund journey, I am allowing myself a little bit more in the spending allowances section, so that the sinking funds can kind of gain a little bit of momentum before I'm regularly like rotating through those. So for right now, the general spending is $140, and as time goes on, hopefully I'll be able to drop it down to a lower amount, and, you know, I'll have less of a variable spending in here. Because right now I didn't write it down, but it's a total of $355 for my spending allowances for 2 weeks. This is 2 weeks. I do get paid bi-weekly. So $355. which leaves me with $561 to play with. I do have right in here, if my thing will load, I do have a credit card that I will be putting 50 of this paycheck towards. It was like end of Christmas. It was like a late present, and then it popped up on my account later because I think it was on back order is what it was. So I am at zero debt aside from this item that is on my credit card. Last year, this is a little tangent, but last year I did manage, instead of budgeting, I basically gave myself a set amount for bills and everything else, and the remaining of whatever paycheck I had went into a savings account, and when I got like a couple $1,000s, I threw it at credit cards. So last year I managed to pay off all of my credit cards and put away money for school. So I don't have any debt aside from this credit card and this thing that it's a couple $100s that was on back order, and when it finally shipped, my credit card was charged. So I do have about $400 on a credit card that I am going to be paying off. So that's 50. So which leaves me with a total of $511 to play with my sinking funds. I don't have as many as some people, and I have more than others. So it's literally whatever works for you. For me, I have high priorities, and then I have very low priorities. So for me, because I am in school, and it is nursing school, and I am paying out of pocket, school is a huge thing. You might wonder why it's just slashed through. I have money coming in through scholarships and grants that is basically going to secure that account, and that's that sinking fund for the rest of the year. I will not have to add anymore. I probably will, but right now, just because I'm getting going, I'm going to focus on other ones because I know school is a-okay right now. Main savings. One of the other budgeters here on YouTube said something. Pay yourself first. Pay yourself first. And what she recommended was always giving yourself 10%. 10% of whatever you made. And I went a little bit above because my paycheck was $13.50. But because I had stuff from rollover, I was like, you know what, we're gonna start this year off good, and we're gonna put a little bit extra into the main savings. So we're gonna be putting $150. Month ahead for me is I'm gonna build that up so that I have a month's worth of expenses in the bank. So if something happens, you know, I'm not worrying about bills. I'm not stressing about it for that month. And you know, I have a good section of, we're just jumping down, savings challenges that I'm going to be doing, a 2K, a 5K, and an 8K savings challenge that I'm going to try and complete throughout the year. They're all on here just so I can keep my eye on the prize. I do plan on buying a car next year, so I do have a sinking funds for that. And then the savings challenges, when they get filled, when they get completed, that money will roll over into the new car. And then down, basically, as it goes farther down the line, those are lower priorities for me. Retirement, very low priority for me because I do have a 401k through my company, so I don't have to worry about that. But more as we start stuffing. So as I said before, I am using prop money. So this prop money, if you're not really looking, looks pretty much similar to cash. It feels different, but you can also see it does say motion picture use only on most of them here. And then I also have 1K slips that are also prop money. So this is what we're going to be using in lieu of actual cash. I promise you that the money legitimately exists, okay? I wouldn't do you like that. So I've got to figure out where I'm putting this. We're going to just kind of go up here. So I am going to be stuffing $511, excuse me. And again, like I said before, I am a visual person, so we're doing prop money, okay? So we see them all up there. So I am not stuffing school, like I said, but I am going to just go ahead and count it just so that, you know, I already have money in here. I do have scholarships and grants coming in. That is what some of this money is. Some of this is I saved last year to make sure that I had money that I need covered for the spring and the summer semester. So as scholarships and grants come in, they will be filing into this school fund. So you will see this go up and change, even though I may not be actually stuffing it from my paycheck. I might be stuffing a little bit here or there, but so we've got 1K slips, markers, just because it's easier. So I got 1,000, 2,000, 100, 200, 300, 400, 500, 600, 700. I've got $2,700 in school savings right now, which is great. That'll more than pay for my summer semester. Nursing school is expensive. Don't play. Save the money if you have ever any intention, or just going to school and you have the ability. Save money when you can, so that when it comes to actually paying those bills, you can pay out of pocket and not have to take out student loans. I hate student loans. I hate the idea of student loans. I am putting that off as long as I can. All right, main savings is getting $150. So 1 and 50. So main savings did not have much in it to begin with. It only had $110. Because I basically used what was left of my main savings at the end of December to pay off all of my credit card debt, which is great. So, and then now we got 100, 200, 250, 260. Got 260 in main savings. Alrighty, and on to our next one. I've got my month ahead, if it'll, yeah, there it goes. My month ahead for hopefully getting bills where they ought to be. Oh, that's what I was doing. So in month ahead, I'm putting $50. So in month ahead, I've got 100 or 50, 100, 20, 30, 35. So 135. So again, this is going to be bills for 1 month, and then when I get to 1 month, then my next goal will be 6 months. A vacation is getting 50. Now this one's going to be weird because you're going to ask, well, Seska, why do you have so much money in vacation? Well, I'll tell you. So my last boyfriend and I, we were together for a very long time. We had a little savings jar for vacation, and every paycheck I put $50 in it. So instead of reallocating that vacation money, I left it where it was in my vacation, in a vacation sinking fund, so that when I'm done with nursing school, I can actually take a really nice vacation, because this is not easy and I need to treat myself. So vacation has a lot more in it than any of the other ones. The other ones are basically empty. So vacation's got 100, 200, 300, 400, 500, 600, 700, 800, 900, 950, 1,000. So that'll get a 1K slip here soon. 20, 30, 35. So $1,035. All right. So I'm about halfway to my goal for here. And, you know, I've got some pretty lofty goals for a lot of these, and I know I probably won't meet them all in 2022, but if you don't aim high, you won't get there. So 1,000, I said 1,035. All right. And auto is just going to be auto repair, and then for my tag renewal at my birthday, and that is going to be getting $20. And auto will be getting a significant jump. This is $40 here soon, because I did get, well, my car's in the shop right now. I'm actually getting it back tomorrow, and the repair is about $600, but I got a grant for $1,500. And because I didn't know how much this cost was going to be, I just planned for that grant to go towards the car repair. So once I pay for that car repair with that money, whatever's left over will get allocated, and a lot of it's probably going to go to auto repair, because I do have a 20-year-old car, and it gets expensive when I take it into the shop, because it's getting to the point where everything that is stock is slowly having to be replaced. Like a handful of months ago, it was the cooling system. Let me just tell you, it was expensive. All right, so my savings challenge, for my 2K savings challenge, which I have here, let me find a marker. I made these just last year when I was paying off, when my goal was to pay off debt. So I have like 2K, I have the 5K, I have an 8K, which is upside down, and then like I have a 3K and a 10K and a 15K. Depending on how my year goes, I might want to run through all of them. I might just stick with a couple of 5s or whatever. But for this one, I am doing $110, which is 55 twice, because I have one in January, that's $55, and then one in February, which is also $55, so that's $110. I am 100%, if you have the money and you're able to comfortably throw it into savings, do it. So my goal is to finish whatever savings challenges I can in whatever time I can, and if that's faster, that's faster, and if it's slower, and that's okay. So $110 is going into my savings challenge. I don't really want to count it. It's probably not much because I've only filled out 3 boxes. So let's see. Well, just for S&G. 100, 150, 170, 180, 190. So 190, which isn't bad for 1 month in on a 2K challenge. I started off with the easiest one first because I know, again, at the beginning of my year, hours are less available, so my paycheck is smaller. So these are basically the majority of my high priority sinking funds in this binder. And on to my next binder. So we're just gonna skip through 5K because I didn't put anything, and 8K, and onto a new car. And look, there's nothing in it. So we're starting off with $40 in my new car. Now, like I said, those savings challenges, whenever they get completed, is going to roll into that new car because that is the goal for them, is to get as much money via savings challenges or whatever so that I have a really nice down payment for a new car. I hope that I can pay for at least half of it up front. That's honestly the goal. But who knows? We'll see what happens when I come to get it, maybe in 2023. So again, that was $40 that I just put in there. So now I have a total of $40. And as you'll see, the majority of this purple binder is empty because these are the low priorities. And last week or last paycheck, I did not have a lot to go around. So next is cats. I do have 3 cats. They drive me absolutely crazy. I love them. Cats is getting $20, so I have $40 in here. As you might have noticed on the bills section, there are vet bills and then food and litter. Once I get this up, I might actually just start rotating this sinking fund to pay for those bills because I do have the same bills for like my vet bills and their flea medication. It's the same amount every single month, so it's very predictable. So I might start using this for it. I haven't really decided. We'll see. So that was cats. Miscellaneous, also known as random. I just put on random because I ran out of stickers. So random is getting $20. That is going to be, this is kind of going to be my random, like my random household items like laundry detergent, or if I need to get like paper towels or toilet paper or anything like that. It'll be coming out of this binder. I did just recently like restock on all of that like back in December, so hopefully this will get a chance to kind of beef up before I have to dip into it for household stuff. But also miscellaneous is kind of like the oh crap folder, so if something happens I can dip into it. Me and mine, that's for me. Treat yourself. This is whatever I need. If I need something, if I want to spend a little bit of extra money on like myself for, you know, say makeup or scrubs for work, or new scrubs when I become a nurse, you know, I have this here. So clothing, shoes, whatever makes you happy, girl. This is for me. So we're doing 20 in here. So now got $40 in here. 40. Next one is the emergency fund. This one I really want to get up to like $1,000 or $2,000. We're gonna go with 1 first, and then once I hit 1, it'll probably be 2, just for those emergencies. Because, you know, sometimes my car payment, or not my car payment, my like car repair is a lot more than I expected it to be, and I want to be able to dip into something without, you know, hurting my school or my vacation fund or anything like that. So emergency fund is getting $20. So just 20. You gotta start somewhere. Start small. Go for it. All right. And then my next one is gifts. I am a single female. I do not have a boyfriend. I am not married. I have no kids. I do have a very large family, but I almost never see them. So I don't even know why I have this, but it is a very low priority just because I do not buy gifts for anybody because I don't really have anybody to buy gifts for. I do have a roommate, but meh. We'll see what this happens. Maybe I'll put money into it, and then when I decide that I'm not using it, I'll put it into something else. We'll see. Who knows? Undecided. My next one is medical. So I do have health insurance. I have very good health insurance. However, you know, those copays, they can be a pain in the butt sometimes. So I want something that I can dip into that isn't going to affect my entire budget. And also I wear glasses and I wear contacts, and for any of you that know, even though you might have really good vision insurance, it still costs you through the nose to get new contacts and to get glasses. Like, it just does. So this is mostly for glasses, but you know, we'll see. You never know. I might get sick and I might have a pretty nasty copay or have to do like something that insurance won't cover. Who knows? But it's just going to start off with a wee little $11. And, you know, I probably need to get my eyes checked again, so I probably need new glasses here soon, but we'll see how that goes. I have like a 6-month supply of contacts right now, so I think I'm good. At least until I get closer to running out, then I'll probably go to the optometrist. And my last little folder is my little retirement folder. This is like if I wanted to open a Roth IRA or if I wanted to invest in stocks, that is where this folder is. This is the very lowest priority for me because, again, like I said, I do have a 401k through my company, through my work. So, and I've got a pretty nice little chunk in there. But I also do want to invest on top of that. But until I get to a more steady state and like I'm bringing in a little bit more money, this is just, it's low priority. It's at the back. If it gets stuffed, cool. If it doesn't, we ain't worrying about it. We're not going to stress. So that is it for my cash prop money envelopes. Again, this, being able to see this money, this prop money, it gives me something to strive for because I like seeing him full. So do what works for you. For me, having this is great. And then having the prop money in the binders to look at and whatnot is even better. It's going to motivate me even more. So you do what works for you. Thanks for joining me and watching me. I will probably be back with my next I can't say cash envelope stuffing because it's not cash. My next paycheck budgeting here in 2 weeks. Just because there's not a lot in there, I'm probably not going to do a monthly sinking funds update just yet. I'll probably wait until the end of February to do that. So just because there's no point at this point in time. So all right. So thanks for watching. Thanks for joining me. Come back next time and we'll have a gas of it. All right, guys? Have a great day. Bye.